Hi everybody, just a quick intro video to Learning Target 8 for you. We're going to come back to this part right here, but let's just go ahead and talk about some vocabulary, okay? So we're going to talk about chemical reactions, and a chemical reaction is a rearranging of atoms. Okay, so we're gonna have these things called reactants, and then you're gonna have an arrow, and it's gonna go to products. And basically, all we're doing is we're gonna be switching around the atoms that are reactants to make new products. Okay, just some vocabulary review. Subscripts are the little numbers, so something that looks like this, right? So a subscript is like what's attached to the oxygen, so they apply directly to that specific atom. Okay. Um, and then so those are the little numbers that are attached to the atom. Coefficients are going to what we call the big numbers, and they're called molar coefficients, and we'll kind of get into that. But they're the big numbers out front. Okay. And so a big number out front would be an example of something like the 4. Okay. So coefficients apply, and we say they are the big multipliers. All right. So those are just some vocabulary terms. And the whole premise of what we call balancing reactions is for this. It's for the law of conservation of mass. And it basically says atoms cannot be created nor destroyed. So you have to have the same number on each side. Okay. So just to kind of review how to count, we'll go back up top here. So if there's not a subscript that's attached to it, you just assume it's 1. And then so 1, and then that 3 applies directly to the oxygen. Okay. And then in this case, you got magnesium's 1, and then we have 1 nitrogen, but the 2 multiplies through. And then same thing, you got 3 oxygens here, but you multiply the 2 through with that subscript. So that makes 6. All right. So now we're going to talk about what do you do with these coefficients. These coefficients just multiply everything through. You multiply everything by it's out front. So I have 2, but I multiply it by 4, so it's 8. I have 4 sulfurs, and then I have 16 oxygens, because 4 times 4 is 16. Okay. So now we're going to actually get to how to balance these. All right. And what you want to do is you want to basically just do this. I like to just to say there's a wall there, and you got to have the same number of each atom on each side for a wall for it to be equations, for it to be balanced. If one atom is not balanced, the whole thing is not balanced. So all of them have to be the same across. And I'll show you here. All right. So I have 1 magnesium, and just work 1 atom at a time, left to right. 2 magnesium. So those are not the same. We would say 2 and 2 are the same. Okay. If I keep going onto the potassium, you would say, okay, there's 4. 2 times 2 is 4. And then I have 1 over here. Once again, those are not balanced. Okay. And then if you look at the oxygens, I have 2. Okay. And then I have 2 on the right. Okay, those are balanced. Those check out, right? So, but once again, these are not the same, so we say the equation is not balanced, right? So if the equation is balanced, you would say magnesium would be 2 there and 2 there, 4 there, 4 there, 2 there, 2 there. Okay? Let's go on to the next one. Okay, I have hydrogen. I have 6, but there's also another hydrogen there, so that's 4. And so then when you have those together, you would make sure you add them if they're separated between that. So we have 10 there. Okay, and then I keep going. I have 10 here. Okay, let's keep on going. So now we're on to chlorine. I have 6 on the left. And how many chlorines do I have on the right? 6. Okay, so far we're so good. We're doing good. Sodiums. I have 4 sodiums there, 6 there. All right, so that is not balanced. Right now, we know that that equation is not balanced. That is a no. You can technically stop, but I'll just keep going for practice. I have 4 oxygen there, and then I have 5 there. That is also not balanced. So these are good, okay, and those are not. Let's do one couple more here. Once now, if you don't have to, if you're getting good at this, you don't even have to write the tally. You can just go 1 sodium, 1 sodium, 1 fluorine, 2 fluorine. The answer is no. That is not balanced right away. Okay, so now what you're going to do is after you got that notes part done, you're going to stop there and you're going to go to your enrichment packet. Okay, and you're going to do the counting. And then same thing, you'll get counting here, be good at talking about coefficients and so on and so forth. And then you're going to get to the part where you start seeing if they're balanced again. All right, let me show you one that is balanced. Okay, you got 2 bismuth, you got 2 bismuth, 2 Bi. So far, so good. I got 6 fluorine, and I got 6 fluorine. All right, we are balanced. We are happy. So that's what a balanced one looks like. So on and so forth. Go ahead, go all the way through 9 there if you can, and you are good to go.